From every strand on the line of your reel, to the rods, to the anglers, to the lures on the end of your hook, let's talk about those big bass here on Co-Angler's Corner with your hosts, Rob Welch and John Stoudinger.
Hi, y'all are. Cajun Rob here hanging with you. John's a little bit under the weather, so we have him in thoughts and prayers. Hope he gets better. And we have none other than the man, myth, the legend, Mr. Alvin. How you going, Alvin?
Hey, man, I'm doing great, Rob. Sorry, it's been a long day, but I want to say, to John, feel better. Your buddies are all here thinking about you, my friend.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like I'm Robin without Batman.
I know, man, and that's like when I came on, I saw you, and I was like, nothing against it or anything. But,
I know.
I like John. I mean, I like John. John's cool, man.
Oh yeah, he's one of my best buddies, man. We've really gotten close over to. Yeah, I can't believe it's been over a year since we started this channel, and it flies by.
It does, and I'm sitting here, and I brought back our podcast, my Wednesday night, and I would love to find someone to go live with me, but it is so difficult to find someone.
Yeah.
And to find someone that can do what you want to do, that just the two of you could do a half hour, 45 minutes to an hour. But there are so many great people out there at the same time, but they're all doing their own thing.
Yep.
How's that old saying? If you wait till you're 40 to get married, all the good ones are taken.
Yeah, Pickett's get kind of slim about that. I've been there. I've done that.
Just saying. I mean, but yeah, it's been good. It's been great. I know tomorrow night we have our last show of the season on our podcast.
Right.
It's our year-end show. I went on just before the show tonight, maybe an hour ago, and I looked at the network numbers. We're just under 12,000 views for the year.
Wow.
And I'm really excited. Our goal was 10,000, so we surpassed our goal. We're still working on the live. If I go to my cell phone, this is what's cool. I go to the live. Let me see. Let's go here. And here we are. You and me. We're out here.
Yeah. Hey, and Roku, your app on the Roku works really well. I just have Roku on my TV, and it works extremely well.
It does. I'm putting in a ticket in the morning for the mobile apps because we're having a little issue with the newer Androids.
Right.
And we're having a little issue with iOS. Some of the guys have been calling me saying, "Hey, we got a problem with this. We got a problem with that." So I'm going to put a trouble ticket in the morning. Hopefully, they'll take care of that by the end of the year. But I'm really excited about the numbers from the mobile app.
Oh, absolutely.
I went on today, and this month alone, we've had 150 people watch the shows, like your shows, my shows, the live shows.
Yep.
We've had over 100 people, 50 people watching, which is fantastic. And that's what I've been pushing. That's why I'm pushing that app. It's not available on Roku because we can't go live on Roku just yet.
Yep.
But for iOS, the website, hey, it works perfect.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, we get a lot of compliments on it, and I'm happy.
Oh yeah, and I said you keep tweaking. I know you keep kind of tweaking on things, and you keep improving. So
oh God, I keep tweaking everything. I've noticed, like this morning, I went on around 5:00 to convert your show from last night.
Right.
You and John and Deanna. It was Deanna last night, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it was. Yep.
I went to convert the show to an MP4, and it came up as 720p.
Huh.
I was like, all right, I'll wait. I got home at 2 o'clock. I did it 1080. I forgot. If I do it within 12 hours of the show, I get 720. I got to wait
Right.
till the 13th hour, and then I'll
Oh,
get it in 1080 if it's available in 1080.
right. Right.
Oh, I'm really happy about it. I mean, I got that, so I'm going to probably spend tomorrow updating the network.
Yeah.
All new episodes on there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the new year, man.
Oh, and man, making your goal, I mean, that is awesome, man. You surpassed it, way past it.
Our goal for next year is going to be aggressive. I want to break 20,000 views on Roku, Fire. Well, we want to bring Fire TV back next year.
Yep.
It's going to have to if you got Fire TV, you'll have to re-download it because it's going to be a completely new app. And the company that we use for our regular app now offers Fire TV.
Awesome.
So we'll have the same that we have with Roku and iOS, Android. So I'm looking forward to it. I like
Absolutely.
that. I see we got some people watching. People just hop in and say hi, man. Love to
Oh,
know
yeah.
who's watching.
Yeah, or
You know?
comment where you at. If you're at somewhere, just
Yeah,
shout out where you at, man. We'd appreciate it.
there we go.
There's our old buddy, Mr. James. How you guys
Yeah,
doing tonight? Hey, James.
man,
Hope you're
we're
staying
good.
warm, buddy. All right.
Yeah, I'm
He's a
actually,
long time. He's a long time watcher.
I'm sweating in here.
Hey,
Yeah, but yeah, as far as the network goes, it's been a great time. You guys have really put a lot on there. Basscast has a
yep,
lot. Ted over at Off the Hook and Mike at Binya Outdoors slash the Spawn Podcast. Um, Daniel over at Southeast Georgia.
yep.
Yeah, it's just been great. We got the new hunting channel that's starting to pick up some. We got another content creator for the hunting channel,
Cool.
so that worked out great. I still want to get some more hunting and some more overlanding.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And there's buddy James says I'm in shorts still here at Pickwick. Hey
Oh
man, there's a
yeah,
front coming, so be careful. There's a front coming. I know
yeah,
tomorrow here.
yeah. So, but yeah, it's been a uphill battle. But this year, we sat down, we set goals. We've met some, we didn't meet some.
Yep.
My goal was to have Fire TV working better, but it fizzled out. I wanted to have Android, LG TV, and there's
Yep.
another one. There's like two more TVs that I wanted to get the network on. So we'll see what happens.
Absolutely.
One day at
But
a time.
talking about your other podcasters, I've had Brian from Basscast. We've had him on the podcast. We've had Mike from Binya. Great guys. I mean, just super
Yeah.
nice guys. Uh, and there's my buddy Barker Ruger says fired up. He's from South Louisiana.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going,
Oh,
Rugers?
oh man. Yeah, South Louisiana. What a beautiful area.
Oh yeah, yeah, can't beat it. And it's warm down there. I wish I was down there. After eating all that food a couple weeks ago, I wish I was still down there. But it is what it
And
is.
you said Mike from Binya and Spawn Podcast. Mike was my first content creator.
Yep.
Michael has been with me since maybe a few weeks after I started the network. Michael and I started talking, and he jumped in.
Yep.
And and then Daniel from Southeast Georgia jumped in. And the two of them, when I was going through all the issues we were going through, it was it was them two that kept me going.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'll be forever grateful to these two guys for they stuck by me, and they just every time I was like, all right, guys, between chemo and this and that, I
Yep.
just don't. Oh man, Al, don't do it, man. Just keep going, keep going. So I owe them a lot. They kept me going.
Yeah, they're
You know,
salt of the earth kind of guys. Hey, hats off
yeah.
to you.
And then you guys came on board. I've known Brian, since it's got to be 10, 15 years.
Yep.
I've known Brian for so long. and some of the other guys, Ted I just met. So yeah, it's been it's the fact that everything has changed and a lot of people from the past, like we were talking before the show about, my pro staff,
Yep.
everybody's asking me constantly, Al, when you bring Greg Lures back? You know? So if you look up behind my head,
Yep.
right? Get it just right. There you go.
Yep. There it
There's
is.
the
Yep.
Grey Goat Lures logo. Grey Goat Lures is officially back. It's going to be a long process. It's going to take a few months to get everything totally back up.
Right.
We're going to start with some of our basic lures. Here's one of our white sparkle.
Oh.
This just got a number 5 Colorado willow, and it's got a nice chartreuse white sparkle skirt. That's the white sparkle, and then this is our black sparkle head.
Yep.
This one is actually my personal buzzbait. I took the spinnerbait and turned it into a buzzbait,
Right.
and this is awesome. This
Oh,
thing
yeah.
is awesome. So they're going to be available in 3/8, and then we're also going to probably bring back this, which is our silver shad.
Ooh.
Now this one is a short arm spinnerbait. We made the arm shorter so the blade sits closer to the hook.
Right.
And this one has been these three have been our best sellers. But yeah, it was a hard decision, but the fact that I wasn't doing it anymore. Behind me is the desk where every lure I've ever built was made
Wow.
on that desk. That desk has been with me since the beginning.
Right.
And you can still see in the corners, the boxes, the skirts are over here. I've been ordering a ton of new skirts, getting different ones, just trying out new skirt designs. This is this has been some of the stuff we've been working on.
Nice.
This is one of my favorites. This is a white sparkle, and then it has the red, like the blood red spotted. They call it a Dalmatian,
Right.
but it has, and I made it so that part is longer,
Yep.
so it actually looks like a blood trail going behind the lure.
Ooh, nice.
That was one of our big sellers. Another big seller was half half and half.
Yep.
Half white sparkle, half with the Dalmatian. And we've had others that, where is it? This was a black, and it has that black fire tip on just a little that goes on the
Yep.
bottom of the lure. And yeah, we have our pure black with sparkle, and a little bit of a black with white, and then more of a clear bottom. Hard to describe sometimes. And
Yep.
then this one I did today. This one you can't see too good. You're seeing blue. It's actually
Yep.
purple.
Oh, hey.
It's a 10 strands on each side of deep purple, 10 strands on each side of black sparkle.
Yep.
This was one of our biggest sellers when I was doing this on this black sparkle head. This was killer on this.
Oh, yeah.
People
Absolutely.
loved it. Yeah, people loved it. But yeah, I'm happy. We're gonna jump back into it, but we're not going to go crazy like we did last time.
Right.
I mean, if you remember the old website, I had maybe 12 different head colors,
Yep.
and each one had like 10 to 15 different skirt designs.
Yep.
And then they each had like 25 blade combinations.
Right.
I was like, nah, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do
Keep it simple. Keep it simple.
single and dual blades.
Yep.
It's going to be nickel, brass, and just like this one here, you can get with a single number 5 willow, nickel or brass, and then we'll have it set up where you click single blade, dual blade. And dual blades might be this with a number 3
Yep.
willow, or some people like the Colorado mixed with the willow.
Yep.
So we'll do simple, basic designs, basic colors, basic everything. We're not gonna go crazy at first.
Oh yeah, and it's funny because I think
Everybody,
you got perfect timing because I noticed kind of this last season, the spinnerbait's kind of overtook in the chatterbait a little bit. It's come back, so I think it's perfect timing.
I think that the spinnerbait is the unsung hero of bass fishing
Absolutely.
because it is so versatile. A little blade change. I mean, let's see if I had it out. But you take this willow blade, this combination with this willow, and I mean, the fan up there is turning that blade.
Yep.
That's how nice those ball bearing swivels are.
Wow.
And you just take that, and you got, here's your willow, here's
Yep.
your nickel. Well, and then all you got to do is add something like this to it.
Yep.
A simple little stick on that you can get from Lure Parts, Jan's, any of those places, and it turns it into a completely different lure.
Oh, absolutely.
If you get a bright day, this thing will just, they'll be like, what the heck's up there, And that's basically what you want to do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I got a funny story. I was throwing a spinnerbait on Watts Bar this year at a BFL, and had one that had the big Colorado, the big thumper. And I said, you know what? I haven't waked a spinnerbait in forever. Threw it out there, some marina. First cast, I was waking it. One hit it right first cast. I was like, I got to start doing that more often. So, but yeah, you're right. I mean, you can buzz it on its top, middle, crawl it. I mean, yeah, it's kind of forgotten how versatile it is.
And really, with it, here's a 3/8. This is a number 5. So you take that, throw it, just a single number 5 on it. You start reeling it in. Yeah, it's gonna find a spot and stay there the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Now, if you take that and you drop that main blade down to a number 4, it's going to go a little lower.
Yep.
That blade acts like a wing, and it lifts it and lowers it. And that's why, if you notice, here's a 3/8 spinnerbait.
Yep.
Here's a 1 ounce difference in that head.
Yep.
But now, if you take this 1 ounce and you add a number 6 willow to it, you throw this is going to just spend the whole day bouncing off the bottom of the lake.
Oh yeah.
But you're going to be able to rip it through there. Whereas if you try to put this and rip it, it's going to try to come up.
Yep.
That's another thing about spinnerbaits. You can just change the weight of your bait. You have the exact same setup, just change the weight of the head. Here's a half ounce head.
Yep.
Just change the weight. And the blade, you can adjust it. So you can take any spinnerbait, take this spinnerbait, half ounce, put the right blade combination on it. You can have it ride a foot below the water, a foot above the bottom. Just by that. And it is. And then you don't even have to have skirts on them.
No.
I mean, I've actually had people ask, they take the skirts off. They're like, can I get it without the skirt? I'm like, yeah, I'll drop the price on it a little bit since you're not buying the skirt. And you'll see pictures of it, and it's got a worm sticking out of it, or it's got a craw. A lot of guys put the craws on there, or something along those lines. They'll use soft plastics.
Yep.
It's so that's how versatile it is.
Oh, absolutely.
And I love taking this. I had a guy look at me. I swear he was going to take me into the dock and then call Bellevue because I was flipping a spinnerbait.
Yeah.
I was just flipping it. right alongside the logs, right alongside the grass, and I was flipping it so it landed right on top of the branch.
Yep.
And then I just twitch it, twitch it, twitch it, and it drop in the water. I just count to 3 and then just slowly start to retrieve it. And I was catching, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
But I've always said it, it's really a versatile lure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But I remember back in the '80s, late '80s, Jenny Brower, that little short arm you had, he would pitch it out there and just let it drop and just let it spiral down. So I
Yep.
remember that in the late '80s, him talking about that.
Then and that's how, the guy that helped me design the short arm used to listen to all these guys back in the 80s and
Oh yeah.
90s. And that was one of the things I loved about the spinnerbait. You put the right blade combination on there, you can just flip it and let it drop,
Yep.
and then just slowly pull back on the tip so that as it's dropping, it's keeping it so it looks like the fish is, you know, and then you just slowly start to reel it. And what it'll do is it'll make it like, okay, the fish just caught its breath. Let me grab it before it goes.
Yep.
There are so many different things that can be done.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, we're excited. I'm happy. I'm glad this is gonna gonna be back out there. We never lost the logo. I sold the company, but I kept the logo.
Yep.
We just changed from GreyGoatLures.com. It's now GreyGoatLures.net.
Yep.
I went to get the GreyGoatLures.com, and GoDaddy put a premium price on it.
Oh yeah, they're good about that.
So I was like, okay, I just changed it to .net. No
Oh
big
yeah,
deal.
no
You
biggie.
know,
Yep.
I don't, because it's still be on the website. Still on
Oh
my website. If you go to the website, up on top, over on the right, it says Grey Goat Lures.
yep. And there's my buddy James Minold. He says I still jig them, lift and drop them. It still works. Absolutely, buddy.
Yeah,
That's old school. I like it.
that's what I mean. It's a versatile. You can just flip it. You can slow roll it. You can yo-yo it. You can do anything you want with the spinnerbait. It's
Oh
the things you can't do with other spinnerbaits. And I know if you take a buzz bait and a spinnerbait and you just tweak that, turn that, turn the blade, take it, turn it like that, it'll help it roll a little.
yep.
If you take it, you bend, and you twist it like this, it'll run it to the side.
Yep.
I can play with these. These are my personal ones. These are not for sale. These are my personal ones. But yeah, I mean, I've seen guys do that and actually take that buzz bait, come down, and bring it, pitch it under, a lot between the boat and the dock. And as they're bring it, just by turning that blade, it brings it right to the edge.
Oh yeah. Or
You
you
know,
hit every dock post, every post just doink doink. You know how that drives them nuts. Do that.
you bounce that thing off everything you can bounce it off of. It's like any
Absolutely.
other bait.
Like a dinner
Yeah,
bell. It's a dinner bell.
and it lets them know what's going on. It's like it catches their attention.
Oh yeah.
That's all you're trying to do.
Absolutely. Or I think sometimes it knocks the algae off, and little bait fish and shad, start getting on and hold the algae, and it gets him, gets the big fish turned up. So
And that makes a lot of sense. I never thought about that,
yeah,
but that
yeah.
does make a lot of sense.
Oh yeah. Especially like you're night fishing. I've seen it night fishing, and that happened. And it's like, ooh, better get ready. It's about to happen. But
Never night
yeah,
fished.
it's big old Colorado blaze, black or like dark purple. It's pretty cool. Just single blade, just stirring it up. But you talk about shallow water spinner baits. I got a big bass trophy out of Barren River Lake out in West Kentucky. I had a little 1/4 ounce spinner bait, and my guy was hugging the banks. Well, they do that. I got a little 6'3" casting rod, and I'll flip and pitch spinner bait like you saying, and got it next to the boat, and I had I think it was a 5'4", grab it right next to the boat, And luckily, I hit the thumb bar and let it. I just kind of thumbed it and got it in. But yeah, that's short rod and a little spinner bait. When you're like real close, that's pretty deadly because it's so accurate. You can just kind of underhand pitch it, and pretty accurate.
Yeah, I've had so many requests. At one point, we had the willow.
Yep.
We had the willows in 24 karat gold.
Wow.
Yeah, I charge an extra $1 for it. They didn't care. They'd be like, throw it on there, especially the guys in Florida
Oh
on
yeah.
that white shad head. I'll use this one. But that white shad head with a nice white spark. I got, where is it? I believe it's this one. Yeah, this is it. I'm trying to get this skirt back because I love this skirt,
Yeah.
but it's out of stock right now. But you
Ah.
do this. These are our white sparkle blades that we
Yep.
had. Again, this is another one. There's still line tied on it. There's still a line tied on it. But I would throw 24 karat gold on this,
Yep.
and the guys in Florida would chew that up something fierce because it was what they wanted for down there. And
Oh
that
yeah.
24 karat gold never tarnished.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just take a rag, wipe it, and it was shiny as could be.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah, I learned a lot from, watching and building when we were really at our highest point with Grey Goat Lures. I had back with this, we had it all set up. I had the camera facing me. I had another camera up top facing down. And I would literally sit here with you. We didn't do it as a show. I'd get you on here and we would build the skirt. I'd go through and take out all the tabs or they go online and see, I like the tab on this one. Yeah, I like this one here and I like this. Can we do like 4 strands? Man, I had dozens of custom made skirts.
Wow.
And I never showed them to anyone. I built it for you. I put it together. I sent it to you.
Right.
No one ever saw it except me. I'd be like, where you fish with that? Oh, I fish here and there. I'm like, okay, I got a tournament there next week.
Hey.
you know, but me, when it comes to tournaments, I'm like Deanna said last night, you know, I can't do tournaments. I
Yep.
don't have to worry about taking a fish off the hook. Catch. Catch anything. So,
Yep.
and when she said that, I started laughing. And then the one guy came back with that comment about, just don't catch any fish.
Yeah, that's my boy Ruger's. My boy Ruger's come up with that. He comes up with some zingers there.
Oh, was that him?
Oh yeah, that's him. That was him.
All right,
He's
yeah.
pretty. He's pretty quick. He's pretty quick.
Yeah, like I said, it was nice. But yeah, it's something I've been thinking about and contemplating for about a year.
Yeah.
We tried bringing back. We brought it back as Grey Goat tackle. We have crankbaits, all kinds of soft plastics, missile baits, and I just was like, this isn't what I wanted.
Yeah.
I want my Grey Goat lures back. I miss it. I want it. So we finally made a decision. August, September. Let's bring it back. So I started making some phone calls. I got a hold of the head manufacturer. I called him up. I said, hey man, I want to do this, this, and this. He goes, where have you been? Because I haven't heard from you in over 2 years. So I told him what was going on, and he goes, what do you need? I said, I want to do white sparkle and black sparkle. He
Yep.
goes, okay. I said, how long? He goes, 6 weeks. So it does take time to get the heads.
Oh yeah.
I get 150 of each. So, but we should have those by mid-January, hopefully.
Cool.
And as far as the blades go, I get those overnight. I place an order tomorrow morning. I'll have them. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I'll have them by Saturday, maybe Monday at the latest.
Not
Same with
bad.
the skirts.
James Minold had a quick comment or question. He says, "Do you ever do any skirts with wider strands on your skirts?"
If you go to, that's funny because I was looking at it before the show. If you go to the website, you click on Grey Gold Lures, you click on the spinnerbait, you'll see three or four pictures of our lures, of some of our previous skirts.
Right.
The one all the way to the right, those red are like double or triple the thickness. They're extra thick and extra long. Instead of being 5 inches, I believe they were 7 inches.
Wow.
So we do, but the problem with it is the way we build these skirts. So I can show it. It's we have I might be able to show it better on one of these. Yeah, it's a band that
Yep.
it's a device. It's a centerpiece. It's a little harder, so you can take it on and off, and then you
Yep.
have there's a band, and then the skirt has to go inside, and it has to fit in so it comes up nice and neat like this. Well, in order to do that, those thicker skirts have to figure out where they go. I did figure out how to do it. And then on the bottom, I have to cut out that little area.
Yep.
Just kind of cut it a little so that the skirt will have somewhere to come out. But yeah, we do. And I love those thicker skirts as a trailer.
Yep.
Because you get them in the 7 inches. So you can have it 2, 3, 4 inches beyond the normal skirt, and I love it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wish I could get the wider skirt, but maybe not as thick as it is.
Right.
But yeah,
That looks like that'd be deadly in like dirty water or muddy water. That extra,
oh
that
yeah,
extra
that extra
action.
little. And if you look, I forget who makes it. I want to say Yamamoto. They make a lure. They make a soft plastic that actually the top actually has like is the strands of
Yep.
plastic, but it looks like that, and then it has the tube.
Yep.
And I used to use on my speaker base because the skirt and the tubes were all matched,
Yeah.
and I believe that's where the chartreuse white came from
Yep.
because it matched it enough where I matched the head color because it was killer and I loved it. I loved using it. I was like, okay, and that's
Hula
where we
grub.
started.
Hula grub. That's what it's
Yeah,
called. Yeah, hula grub. Yeah. I had it in the back of my head somewhere. So yeah.
I know. I couldn't think of it. It's been so long.
Yep.
You see, I got hurt in April of 2020. I blew my shoulder.
Yep.
I haven't picked up. Other than going out when you see me doing some of our commercials and stuff like that. I don't fish. I haven't fished since then. So it'll be 5 years this April
Oh wow.
since I've actually went out, spent a day fishing, and it's killing me.
Oh yeah.
These lures look so nice. I just sit here and clean them all day. But I got to get back out, and I want to do so much more.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I love that hula skirt. They
Yeah.
were all in one, man. You could change the color. It was perfect.
Great little action. That great on a football head by itself. Great on a jig. That's a very versatile,
Oh, good on
underrated lure.
everything.
Oh yeah.
It's good on everything.
Absolutely. And buddy James Minold says old school stuff. Absolutely, James. You know
Yeah,
what we're talking. You know what we're talking about.
I mean, I'm sure he remembers, and you remember. Used to get the long worm.
Yep.
Yeah, we used to buy them in the store. They come like 3 or 4 to a pack, and it had two hooks, one at the head,
Yep.
one about 2/3 of the way down,
Yep.
and then above the head, the hook. Okay, above the head was 3 or 4 beads
Yep.
with a little tiny propeller, and then it went up to the string, to the actual hook that you had, to where you could tie it on. I used to love those.
Oh yeah.
Those were and I tried making them myself, man, because they were the perfect lure,
Oh yeah.
especially in New York. You
Yep.
get on the lakes in New York, they worked beautiful. And we used to get them it was a red, like a blood red, like
Yep.
a blood red type, like an earth, like the worms that we used in upstate New York.
Right.
Oh, it was great. But yeah, old school, I tell you, old school's coming back.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of anglers are noticing that, the new stuff is great, but it's like, going into a place with the same people every day. The fish are like, yeah, I've seen that before. So some guys are going back old school, trying different techniques, different colors, and it's starting to work.
Oh, absolutely.
It's
Because the fish
something
hadn't saw
new.
it for a long time. Yeah. Fish hadn't saw it for a long time.
And
Absolutely.
sometimes you just got to change it up.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Absolutely. And my buddy James says cream worms we use black with 3 white dots and the red ones. Yep. I remember those.
Yeah,
Yeah, the black, yep. I remember those exactly, man. There'd be a card
yeah.
of them, like 5 or 6 on the card. I remember those.
I lived in a little town. It had to be the late '60s, 69, 70, somewhere around there, called Lake Secor, New York. It was in Putnam County. It was basically Mayapack, but it was a little town. It had a little lake,
Yep.
and they had the old pontoons from World War II, those
Oh wow.
aluminum
Yep.
pontoons. And we had a little path that we had to walk, mostly 2x4s and 2x6s through mud and that
Yep.
to get on those pontoons. If you threw off to the right, you were thrown into a beautiful lake.
Yep.
If you threw off to the left, that's where I learned how to. I had both best of both worlds.
Yep.
To the left was all top water. It was all pads, frogs, buzz baits. The right was crankbait. Well, back then we didn't have crankbaits, all
Yep.
that. You had hula poppers.
Yep. And
You know,
jitterbugs. And jitterbugs.
jitterbugs. Yeah, I still have them around here somewhere. But yeah, you had that, and then that's where that worm came in with the little propeller blade on it. That's where we started using those, and the cream worms.
Yep.
And you had a little general store there. Yeah, you could go in there, and they'd have the little packs of everything that you could buy up on the wall. But that's where I learned fishing,
Oh yeah.
and that's where I learned my love for topwater. I prefer topwater fishing over anything.
Oh, absolutely.
Give me buzz baits, anything like that. Frogs. I am at home if I could just sit there and fish all day with a frog. Just toss it and just pop, pop, reel it a little, pop it. That is to me the best fishing there is.
Oh, absolutely. James says, you ever fished
I've
Tupper
heard of
Lake?
Tupper Lake.
Yep.
I've heard of it, but I never fished it.
Okay.
Yeah, we were down. I was down more Putnam, Dutchess, Putnam, Dutchess County, uh, Upper Westchester County. So we were in the New York City watershed. They had the reservoirs. So a lot of that Putnam, Dutchess, and northern Westchester was all reservoirs, all
Right.
over. I grew up on Lake Carmel, which is on the other side of Putnam County. It's like the northeastern side. Lake Secor was the southwestern side. And I mean, I could look out my bedroom window and see the lake. That's how
Wow.
close I was. And I perch all day long. half-pound to 1-pound perch and catch them all day.
Wow.
But that's where my love for fishing came. But my love of topwater fishing came from the late 60s, early 70s in Lake Secor. If you look at it now, it's grown up. Back then, it was desolate. There was a couple of houses on each street. Now they're on top of each other.
Yeah.
The pontoons are gone. I think there's a house where the path used to be to go to the lake.
Oh, wow.
You know, but yeah, it's just changed so much.
Oh, yeah,
But
it
I
has.
like it. I grew up in upstate New York, but not upstate. I grew up in that Putnam County area, and it was beautiful. I mean, lakes everywhere. If you love fishing, lakes everywhere. If you love hunting, New York State, DEC, there were hunting everywhere you turned. There were places you could park 2 cars, 4 people can go hunt. So it was just anything you wanted. I had 3 ski resorts, 3 areas to go skiing within a half hour, 40 minutes tops of my house.
Wow.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for more. And then as I started getting older, I started to fall in love with auto racing. And my best friend's father raced stock cars in Orange County, Middletown. So we would go up to Orange County Speedway. Then we had Dover, one of the
Yep.
most famous drag strips back in the 60s and 70s in New York. Danbury had you had the Danbury track before they turned it into a shopping center. You had Danbury. There was just so much to do. People are like, oh, what do you do up here for fun? I was like, man, what don't you do for fun around here?
Yeah.
And they come up from the city and they're like, well, where's the corner store? Where's it? You gotta drive everywhere. I'm like, yeah, but once you get there, you don't have to do nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
But that sounds
But
like a lot. South Mississippi, that's what we had. We had tons of light. We had salt water. We had the Gulf, and we had drag strip. Same thing down there. We was about the same. So yeah, I enjoyed drag racing and all that growing up. So
yeah. Yeah, and I mean, we didn't have salt water. To
yep,
get to salt water was an hour and a half. Yeah, you had to go out into Long Island Sound, places like that. We were pretty far from that. But we had the Hudson River. So, you learned how to river fish on the Hudson. You can head over to the western part of Putnam County, and and back then, from one end, the Hudson River, the lakes, you can fish almost anywhere. Now you go up
nice.
there and it's all no trespassing everywhere
Oh
you
yeah,
turn.
yeah, yeah. Some places, I mean, it's unbelievable how many docks and houses. It's like, man, I used to run my 3-wheeler up there, and you can't anymore. So
Yeah, I remember my best friend growing up, Larry. He still lives on the lake. He doesn't live on the side we lived on. He now lives on the other side,
yep,
but he still lives on the lake. Um, we sat there one day. I bumped it. I think it was maybe 10, 12 years ago, 10 years ago when I saw him. And I was like, what happened to the lake? He goes, man, they just, environmentalists took over the town. No more boats on the lake. Hey, we used to hide all our fishing gear under a boat.
yep.
You had all the John boats turned over, and there was one that I say a good 7, 8 years that we know of. That boat never got touched except by us because that's where we hid all our stuff under there.
Yep. Yep.
Get off the school bus, boom, go fishing for an hour.
Nice.
It's like bus came at 6:30. Yeah, we're down there at 6 o'clock fishing before the bus came. Go to school, smelling like fish. But yeah, I miss those days.
Oh yeah, I do
Now,
too, man.
now I'm sitting back and I'm like, okay, I'm kind of like at that point in my life where I want to go back to those days,
Yeah.
and it's tough
Yep.
because you don't have what we had back then.
Yeah.
The land has been sold. The land is now private property for the most part.
Yep.
And I just wish the towns and the counties could buy more of this waterfront land and go back to the old days where you allow bank fishing.
Yeah.
Even you go to a lot of parks right now, they don't even allow you to bank fish some of them. And it's just, this is where you're going to get those father sons, mother daughters, this is where the family, mom and dad and the kids are going to go down. You're going to have a nice day, do some fishing, and hang out together.
Yeah.
But you can't.
Yep.
It's sad.
Yeah, reminds me of those song, signs, everywhere a sign, no trespassing, no fishing,
Yep.
Just signs everywhere. Yeah, I can relate.
Signs everywhere is a sign blocking up the scenery, messing
Yep,
my mind. I love
exactly.
that. I love the unedited version of that song.
Yep.
There's
Yeah,
two versions.
yeah, I know them well.
Yeah, just like this what's the other song? Oh God. I think it was Diamond Rio, one of those, where they made them rewrite the song because it had the Klan in it.
Oh yeah, yeah,
This now they rewrote it so it says the Grateful Dead or something.
yeah.
Something like that.
Man,
It's sad though.
times have changed, my friend. It has. It unbelievable.
It is. It's harder on even boaters. I don't know how some of these guys, you go out there to fish and people come running down. They see you fishing on the bank and they're screaming, "This is my bank." It's not. Your property stops where it hits the water.
Yeah.
You know, but they yell at it's just. I think people just like to hear themselves scream.
Oh
I
yeah,
really do.
absolutely.
I don't understand it, but it's a way of life in some of these lakes. I mean, I've sat back and just listened. I'm in a boat and you hear screaming and you turn around. It's somebody screaming because you just slow rolled past their dock. You stop in front of them. What are you doing? Going from point A to point B. No law
Yeah,
against it.
unbelievable. And James says, "You all have a good evening. Keep doing what you're doing." Hey, thanks, James. You take care. Hey,
James,
catch some fish at Pickwick for us.
yeah, really, man. Have a good night, man. Enjoy. Thanks for
Yep.
stopping in.
Yep.
Yeah, it's I don't know what's happening with today. It's just sad that we just all can't just say, hey man, go back to the 70s
Oh
where
yeah.
it was a little more happier.
Oh yeah. A little more laid back, and everybody kind of did their own thing. But one thing I've done, I got a kayak from a guy at work, and man, that kayak, I can like launch pretty much anywhere. If there's a road and there's a little, I could, and man, that thing's been awesome. I mean, I get places boat can't go. So
I My wife and I talk about me bass boats, that's out for me.
yeah,
I just the expense
yeah,
is just too much right now. I don't want to put into it, but I used to have a twin troller, the
yep,
X10,
yeah,
10
yeah,
foot. I loved it.
yep,
But even those, it was $4,000 now.
yep,
And you go to Bass Pro or um, Bass Pro or those big stores. They got those 10-foot dolphins, little
yep,
pontoon style boat, and they're like $1,000. Now, I feel safe in one of those.
yep,
I don't feel safe in a kayak.
yep.
How do you feel?
Well, when I was first thinking about it, I got lucky, and there's a local lake that rented kayaks. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna go rent one for a couple hours or half a day, and I paddled around, and it was a moken, just simple little moken, and I enjoyed it. And I said, my buddy at work had a 12 and a half, and it was even the longer. Seemed like the longer they are, the more stable. And I've had a ball on that thing. I got a great deal. He gave me a great deal on it. But and one thing I noticed I didn't realize is like every time I go out, I come back with more lures I started because I get the ones that's hung in the trees, boat can't get to, or the ones on the shore that's hung up. So, but for lakes around here, there's a lot of lakes around here. There's no wake. You can't run a big motor, so it's kind of perfect for it. So, but that's what I recommend. If somebody's thinking about it, find somewhere that rents them out and kind of get a feel of it. And that's what I did before I made an investment. And if I can recommend anything, that's what I'd recommend.
Yeah, it's funny because I tell my wife, I'm like, when I got hurt,
Yep.
It's like the old saying: it snows every day. The day you buy a snowblower, it stops snowing. It don't snow no more.
Yeah.
I actually went in March of that year, and I bought my lifetime fishing license.
Yep.
I paid that money. I got my lifetime license. I ain't been able to fish since I got it.
But you're
So,
ready if you ever do, though. So you're ready then.
I'm ready. It's always there. But I spent this past Saturday in Williamsburg, Virginia, with Heroes on the Water, with all Patrick and Steve, everybody from Heroes on the Water, Tidewater chapter. I love these guys. My second year going to Williamsburg. Heroes on the Water sponsors a little. We get a room. There's a big restaurant. It's called Traditions, I believe.
Right.
It's where it's like a restaurant, and then on the side, it has where you can play golf, hit into a screen.
Huh.
So we went there because we got the same booth area. They call it like the same screen area. Yep. But we went there for the Army Navy game.
Yep.
So half the restaurant's West Point graduates, the other half is Naval Academy graduates. I mean, these guys are going back. I know some of them knew Custer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's one or two guys there. I swear they were lieutenants under Custard or something. That's how old they were. And then you have all of us grunts.
Yep.
All the NCOs and all of us non-compoops. You had all of us. And I keep saying to everybody, I want to go try a kayak. And I do these Heroes on the Water events where we film them.
Yep.
And that's what they have. I go to an event, there's 30 kayaks sitting there. And they're like, you want to take one out? Take one out. And I'm like, no. I don't want to find out if they're good for me.
Yeah.
I like my pontoon boat because I like that little 10-foot pontoon.
Yep.
So I can stand up, walk around, do what I want. But the more I see the kayaks, the more I start to think, you know what? It might be a better idea.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking to upgrade to one of the pedals. They got the pedals like a bicycle. You can get that. You don't have to worry about rolling. That's what my next upgrade is going to be. So look into those pedal ones. They're pretty nice.
And what I like about that also is in the state of Virginia, if you have a kayak and you paddle or you pedal, you don't need to register it.
Yeah, Kentucky's that way.
With an electric motor in it, you got to register it.
Yep.
So I'm like, I'll have to register my pontoon boat if I get it.
Yep.
So but I don't know. I might look into it in a couple of weeks. Well, in a little while, we're going to be the trade show season starts up here soon.
Yeah. Yep.
Raleigh, Richmond, all of those. We're going to be in Fishersville, February, I think it's 8th and 9th, that weekend.
Right.
We're going to be in Fishersville, Virginia. There's a kayak store.
Yep.
It's called Journey Outdoors out in Lexington, Virginia.
Yep.
I believe it is. And these guys, I've been working with them for years, even with Greg O Lures. They were one of only 3 stores that sold our lures.
Oh, wow.
And I see these guys every year at these trade shows. I might talk to them a little bit.
Yeah.
See what they recommend.
Definitely. But like you said, in Kentucky too, I got some local boat ramps that charge you $5 or $10. But if you show up in a kayak with a pedal or a paddle, they don't charge you anything. They say, "No, go ahead, man. You're good. Just launch out whenever." So that's another advantage.
We got a lake down here that Heroes on the Water Fredericksburg chapter. I've done work with them. They go, I think it's called Lake, I forget the name of the lake now, but it's in Fredericksburg, Virginia. Right. You don't pay to ramp. The ramp is free.
Yep.
But it's electric motors only.
Yep.
And you'll see guys dropping 20-foot bass boats in there. And that boat, if that blade even touches the water, you're getting a ticket.
Oh, hey.
But they go out all day with their trolling motors.
Oh, yeah.
And I fished from the shores and had some really good luck. But you
Yep.
can watch these guys out there. So yeah, I think 2025 is going to be a comeback for fishing. I'm going to
Oh,
get
absolutely.
something, even if it's a kayak. I got to get back out there. It's killing me, especially now.
Oh, yeah.
I want to be able
Oh,
to
yeah.
do everything.
Yeah, but
It's
I mean, it's nice and peaceful, and man, they just glide, and it's so peaceful.
it's
You're
just
really
yeah,
gonna like it. Yeah, you're gonna like it.
yeah, and I want to be able to film. You
Yeah,
know, and 2025 I've done so much. I've had a what we call the slot series.
yeah,
It's we've been running it for years. Now we've hooked up there. Frank from Slay Nation. Slay Nation's part of the network. The Slay Nation slot national slot series.
yep.
Presented by the American Angler Outdoors. It's we've been running it as a team series where teams can be from anywhere in the country.
Yep.
We've had guys from New Hampshire and California, Arizona. We've had people from
Wow.
all over. We've had people from Louisiana, North Carolina. We've had people, and they fish. You pick the day of the weekend, Saturday or Sunday. You pick which day you want to fish. It's 4 fish up to 18 inches.
Right.
Then one fish 20 or greater.
Yep.
So 18 and a quarter don't count.
Yep.
19 and three quarter don't count.
Yep.
20 counts. But you only get to have one over 20. So that's your kicker.
Yeah.
So you get your 4 up to 18. And it's really been working great. It started as a solo series. And then I made it a team. Now 2025 it's going to be a solo and team series. So
Cool.
you can fish the team series or the solo series.
Hmm.
But we also made it so you can fish both at the same time.
Oh, wow.
So I'm really looking forward to seeing how that goes. If you go over to the website, you'll see the 2025 slot series, and you can find all the links. You can also find the link for Slay Nation. Slay Nation, Frankie and everybody up there put together what I feel is one of the best organizations out there.
Oh, absolutely.
They have, yeah, they have tournaments all over the country. If you don't have a tournament series and you'd like to start one, they'll work with you. It's and what's nice is I don't have the hassles I used to have. Everybody's like, "Oh, you need to go back out on your own." No, I don't.
No.
I don't have to worry about insurance. I don't have to worry about nothing.
Yep.
I just run the tournaments. They have, you have your membership levels with them. You get a jersey if you get a high member. They have sponsorship deals with so many companies now with discounts up to 30% off in some cases. I know I'm in the directors chat, so I get a lot of stuff that we can't say anything about yet.
Yep.
But Slay Nation is the way to go. If you want to be part of a tournament series, check them out. See if they got something in your area.
Absolutely.
And if not, start one.
Absolutely.
You only
And
need
Frankie's a
five
great.
guys.
Yeah, Frankie's a great guy. He's one of the hardest working guys out there. I mean, he's
Oh
tireless.
yeah,
He's
he
great.
just keeps going. If he
Yep.
And nothing is perfect because the day he sits there and says, "Okay, this is what we're using,"
Yep.
by the time he puts it down, he's already thinking of improvements. He's like me.
Yep.
It's like when I build stuff. I'm always thinking of ways. As soon as I build it, I'm like, yeah, there's got to be a better way to do that.
Yep.
It never stays that way. It's like this office changes constantly.
Got to tweak it. You got to tweak it.
Well, I got a 32-inch TV in front of me, which I'm
Yep.
watching us on. So every now and then I'm looking at you, so I'm not looking at the camera, and I keep moving the camera so it's over you. So when I'm looking at you, I'm looking at the camera, and so I got to constantly do this.
Yep.
And I had a 32 above it,
Yep.
but I was starting to get a neck ache from looking up. So I
Yep.
told my wife, I said, I might go with 228s side by side.
There you go.
But then I was like, you know, then if I'm doing a show, I got to move the camera so like this over to the one, but then I want to be able to look at the other one.
Yep.
So I don't know. You guys use StreamYard, which is one of the best services out there.
Yep.
I use OBS, but with
Yep.
OBS, it's a little difficult to go into Facebook.
Okay.
I can set it up so when I go live, it goes live, but I got to go to Facebook and tell it to go live also.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
you got to go in the back door to Facebook and tell it to turn on also. But YouTube, it works perfect. And the website, the website, everything works perfect. And I like OBS because I can have I can bring up all the scenes and then just sit there with the mouse and click the scene and say, okay, boom. Now it's in preview. I have it so when you hit the button 0 on my keypad on the keyboard,
Yeah.
you hit 0, it slides the scene over to the live scene. It becomes the live scene.
Oh,
I like it.
that's
And
cool.
there's no limits to my videos. StreamYard, you can only put so many videos. You can only, all of them are like that.
Oh yeah.
OBS, I can put 4 1-hour videos together and use a timer. So when it gets down to like 3 seconds, it'll slowly like slide one out and slide the other one in.
Oh hey,
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. I like that.
yeah, I like it. It's something I've been working on, but yeah, StreamYard, you just click go live and boom, you're on everything you send it to.
Yep.
So one day maybe OBS will get there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're looking at everything, but right now StreamYard's got everything we need. So we're still looking around, but
Yeah,
right now we're happy where we're at.
and it's not that bad. I mean,
Nah.
for what you're getting, you got 1080p and everything. I mean, some of these other ones, I've looked into other streaming devices,
Yep.
streaming software. You got problems going to like some Facebook groups you can't do, and you can't do that. You got to double this, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to mess with all that. That's why I
No.
go straight to YouTube, and that's it. I'll just do
Yep.
it. People will watch if they want to watch.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And
But
it's real
yeah,
good, like on the app. I mean, yeah, it's kind of universal. It's almost like a Xerox. Talking about a copier, Xerox, and that's YouTube. So, absolutely.
yeah, yeah. YouTube's been getting it's good and bad. It has its ups and downs,
Yep.
but it's easy to work with.
Oh, absolutely. And you take clips and all. It's pretty good on editing and taking clips. So, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I say it's got its ups and downs, but it's more good than bad.
yeah. And I pulled videos off of there for the network. I don't have that big of an issue. Like I said, I gotta let it cycle through YouTube for about 12 hours. Then I can download the highest quality they have.
Yeah. That's
So,
weird. It makes
but
you
it
wait
works
12
good.
hours. That's kind of weird, but
I
is
don't think
what it
it's
is.
them. I think it's the software I use.
Oh, okay.
You
Okay. I
know,
got
because if I go on an hour after the show, I'm only going to get it in 360.
you. Yeah.
You know, so I think it's the software, not YouTube. Because we had another software we used to use, and I could go on at 4 in the morning. Like I said, a couple of hours later, and it went right
Hmm.
to the highest.
Huh.
I don't think it's YouTube. I think it's the software.
Okay. I
The
got you.
way they
I got
set it up to interact. But all right, you know, I just want to say, so we talked about before the show, John, I want to answer your question. Mulatto cookies. Because I know John
you.
always asks what's your
Oh
favorite
yeah.
cookies.
You beat me to the punch,
Mulatto,
man. Malone
yeah,
cookies.
but I'm
Yeah.
just saying, and John, the other one is any cookies your wife makes. Because I keep hearing how good these cookies are. And you come all the way down here to the Potomac over the summer, you didn't bring me any cookies.
Oh man. But yeah, she is a superb baker, so I'll give her credit where credit's
That's
due.
what
So
I keep hearing, and
he owes you some. He owes you some.
every show I hear how good she is, and I'm like, okay, he's coming down. But I will also take the fact I didn't tell him to bring any.
Oh, okay.
But I'm
But no,
sure he had him at the hotel.
knowing John, he may have ate them on the way down and didn't tell the wife. So that's possible.
Nice. Yep. Hey,
But
Jeremy made it.
there he is. Hey, my boy buddy, Mr. May. How's it going,
How
Mr.
you
May?
doing?
Good to see you, my friend. Uh, but yeah, one of your Virginia guys right there. And there he is.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
owl.
he's
There
one
you
of my
go.
old pro staff members.
Yep.
Staff Jeremy. He's some of the skirts and designs we've had were from him.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, he's one of the smartest guys out there, man. The stuff he does with John Boats and sets them up. Mr.
Oh
May.
yeah, I watched some of his stuff, man. It was great.
Oh yeah.
You know. Yeah,
He's
I
got it down
watched
to
him do.
science.
He does. And yeah, him and several other guys have been huge. They were a big part of what we had achieved with Grey Gold Lures. They were just always there.
Oh
And
yeah.
anytime I put something out, these guys, there was about 7 or 8 guys that jumped right on there. Always, I can always count on them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's huge.
it is. And I think that's another reason we're going to slow down a little with pro staff. We're not going to start with the pro staff. We're not going to do trade shows under Grey Gold Lures.
Yep.
Now, we got a show in February we're doing with the American Angler Outdoors. You can see rolled up back there, that roll right there. That's our old Grey Gold Lure roll.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's our old banner. That thing is 5 foot high and I think 6 foot wide.
Nice.
So that'll go to the shows. Maybe
Yep.
just stick it off to the side. This will go to the shows. We have a nice setup for that. So we're gonna we'll rearrange this place a little.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's
Like
a work in
always.
progress. It's a work in progress.
Off to the side is all my camera, audio, everything is on a little 3 foot table there.
Yep.
Then I got microphones and lighting and everything else on another table back there. And then I have a 10 by 20 storage bin that is packed with trade shows, all our outdoor stuff, the tents, everything. So yeah, it's crazy.
Oh yeah. Don't take long. Don't take long to build it
No,
up.
no, but I'm happy. I'm glad we're going to be doing more. I'm glad that I'm going to be able to get out there more. The road trip show, we're going to get out there a lot more in 2025. We're we're still working on going live with tournaments like
Yep.
weigh-ins
Yep.
from the shows, from these right from the location. We're working with what's the name of the company? Starlink. I had
Yeah.
to look up there for a second. But yeah, we're looking at this company Starlink that will allow us to go live. So we're
Nice.
trying to figure it's a work in progress,
Oh yeah.
but I'm
Absolutely.
happy. I'm glad
Nope.
everything, the last 2 years of my life have been a struggle, but I realized a lot and I realized, the decision to bring Greg Lures and everything else was, yeah, I'm I'm done living as though today is the last day.
Yeah.
To me, today is just another day because there's always tomorrow.
Just never page,
Tomorrow's the
man.
first day.
Just never
Yeah.
page.
Yeah. Until I run out of pages, I'm not going to sit here and think about what could have been, what should have
Yep.
been, what, oh, well, if this didn't knock me down, I'd still be moving doing this. I'm just going to do it.
Oh yeah.
I walk in and that doctor says, this, when he gives me the news, I'll react from that point. But until then, I'm just going to move forward.
Keep
Build a
on
bull
rocking,
in
man.
China.
Keep
I'm
on
going to
rocking and
build a
rolling.
bull in a China store. I'm going to just keep going until there's nothing left. You know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But Alvin, man, it's been a pleasure talking to you, and man, I appreciate you for letting us have a place to show our show here on the TAAO, and I say we hope to hit some more landmarks with you and hit some more goals with you.
Yeah, and I appreciate you and John, just like everybody. You know, all the guys, everybody. I got to say, guys and gals, because we do have
Yep.
a female involved with us now on our um, outdoor channel.
Yeah.
You know, our overland channel, but we haven't physically put the channel up yet because she's the only one. I don't want to just keep showing videos of her.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be able to get a mix. So that's why we're looking for, if you are into overlanding, camping, anything to do with overlanding or the outdoors like that, you want to show some videos on a network, we got the channel. I just need the videos.
Hey, Alvin, like they say, if you build it, they will come. So I have no doubt they will.
Yeah, like I said, it took us a little time, but we got a second content creator for the hunting channel. We're still looking for more for the hunting channel. We're still looking for more for the TAAO channel, which is our fishing channel. Um, I think we're going to change that just to the fishing channel,
Right.
you know, because that's all it is fishing. The live well, we're always looking for more content creators. You do podcasts that are fishing related, we got a place for you called Live Well. We throw your podcast on it just like we do with you guys
Oh yeah,
and
absolutely.
everybody else, you know. And I want to create another channel for hunting podcast. That'd be 24/7 hunting podcast. My goal is to get us up to about 10 channels,
Yeah.
which between fishing, hunting, and the outdoors, you know, we'll have a fishing channel, then the live well, which is the fishing podcast channel, the hunting channel, then the hunting podcast channel, our version of the outdoor channel, the and then that'll be that, and then another channel that'll be all about podcast for
Right.
outdoors,
Yep.
like this, but only outdoor related. And then a few other channels that'll you got your channel,
Mhm.
Co-Angle Corner channel. We have Off the Hook with Ted. We have his channel, and then some other channels. Get a few more up there. I mean, I really want to see it grow. I want to see
Absolutely.
this thing grow. I want to be able to sit here and say, I need somebody to do like you and John. I want a partner to do the podcast, but I want to be able to sit here and be able to tell somebody, hey, we need somebody to help run the company.
Yeah.
And I want to have enough coming in so that we can at least compensate them. I don't know how much, but but for right now, if anybody would like to learn how to program the network, how to add videos and all that, if you want to volunteer, I know that's the V word. If you'd like to help out, I'm willing to talk to anybody. I can have up to 3 people besides myself. You get seats. I can put 3 people on the network so that they can upload to the different channels. But yeah, I'm always looking to expand.
Oh yeah. Hey,
So
it's grown. It keeps on growing, man. I see it. You got a good thing going, my friend.
yeah, I got to keep adjusting myself because I got one of those $20 Walmart special chairs. It's
I got the
half
same
the
one, I
size of
think.
my butt. It's half the size of my butt, and it's stiff. You can't even rock back in it.
Yep.
But I needed something real quick because the other one I leaned back and just kept going.
Oh
You
no.
know, but I got 10 years out of it, so I
Hey,
can't
got your money
complain.
out of it. Got your money out
Yeah,
of it.
I got my money out of it. Now it's time to spend more, and I'm like, yeah, when I'm ready. It's not a priority. The chair
Oh,
is not a priority.
I hear you. I hear you.
But as far as Grego lures goes, here's some of our skirts, different type. We'll turn it around so you can see the other
Nice.
side. These are some of them. These, along with some other stuff, will be on the website probably next week or the week after. We're still debating, maybe doing it where we'll have like a 3-pack and a price for the 3-pack,
Yep.
or if we're just going to do them, get this on there right. If we're just going to do them as a single, you
Yep.
can go on there and buy one skirt. If you want to buy 4 or 5, you just click 4. I don't know how I want to do it yet. I want to be able to put them up there, just the skirts.
Yeah.
I don't want to force people to have to buy 5.
Yeah.
But when you look at it, to buy 2 skirts and then pay the shipping and handling, you're better off buying 10 or 15.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know how I want to do it yet. And then I got to see how the website we use, if they'll let us just say, okay, you know, 10 skirts, $8.99 or $8.95, 10 skirts, and you can pick and choose from the 10,
Right.
from all the skirts. I don't know if we can do that, you know. So I got to figure out how to do all that. Once we do, then we'll have it up and we'll have it up on the website. And
Good
once I
deal,
get
man.
decent photos,
Good
I got
deal.
I got a dozen cameras around here, and believe it or not, this little thing takes a better picture
Oh yeah.
than the $1,000 camera I have that I bought for that. $1,000 on a camera, and it takes good pictures.
Yep.
As clear as my cell phone.
Oh, I know. It's amazing, man. How them things changed and gotten better. It's
And it's
unreal.
funny because we were looking into, my wife and I were looking into wireless for the camera.
Yeah.
Put a wireless device on and put it in the laptop so we can go anywhere in the building and do wireless.
Yep.
But at the same time, we're talking about it, we're limited to like 700-800 feet,
Yeah.
unless we want to spend upwards of $600-$800 to get the ones like MLF uses.
Yeah. Yep.
The ones you go a couple of miles. And then I started to realize I can send a link to
Yep.
this. And I have the device now that I bought a mount.
Yeah.
Mount this to it.
Yep.
You can go 100 miles away and
Oh
send
yeah.
the live video back to me. And it's just as clear.
Yep. A lot
So
less
I
money.
was
A
like,
lot less money. You already
not
got
only
it.
that, but if you're with me, we're doing a show, I just send the link to your phone. You hook your phone up to the device I have,
Yep.
and you have a cameraman holding it while you're doing interviews.
Good
I
point.
don't need all that.
Nah.
But yeah, it's just little by little, I'm starting to find better ways to do things without
Oh yeah.
spending a lot of money.
Oh yeah. And you
And
have a lot of
still,
contacts in the industry, I'm sure too, and a lot of buddies. So you got a
oh
lot of
yeah,
advisors.
and believe it or not, the best camera I have is an old one of the GoPro, the Hero 4 1.0, the original Hero 4.
Yep.
It's the best. It's got a crack in it, so you can't take it out in the water or nothing.
Yep.
But it's still one of the best and easy. I got my app. I go boom, record, and that's it. It
Yep.
works the best out of everything I have,
Yep.
and it was the cheapest. I spent a fortune on. I don't even know where it is. It's around here somewhere. It's the Insta 360,
Yep.
and it's a great camera, but it is a pain in the neck because it'll do a 360 view.
Yep.
But my laptop is not strong enough for the software to work.
Ah.
So I got it. Once we get a new laptop, I really love. Oh, there it is. It's up there. It's sitting up in the back over there, getting dust. But yeah, we'll be a little. We'll get
Oh yeah.
there.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I'm looking forward to Gray Goat spinnerbaits coming out. I'm definitely got some on my wish list already.
Yeah, I've probably maybe the end of January. We're shooting for the end of January to have the black and the white sparkle online. Definitely we'll have those. Definitely we'll have the buzz baits. These buzz baits, are fantastic. These little the small buzz baits, they're just right. They're
Oh,
perfect. And we'll have the skirts should be up in maybe another week or two. A
okay.
limited design right now. Probably after Christmas, I'm going to put in a huge skirt order.
Right.
I'm going to probably put in probably about $300-400. I know we get the tabs, the 100 tabs to a bag, anywhere from $12 to $14 a bag for 100 tabs, and I'm probably going to order I think at least four, five, $300-400 worth of those. So that's a lot.
Oh yeah.
We're looking at 20, 30 different designs. That's why I have all these small. Like I said, I've been buying these. Now here's that black purple. You see
Oh
it
yeah.
comes up
Yep.
blue, but here's one of our gold. Well, more of a silver. This is a gold and black.
Ooh, I like that.
I tell you, this all 40. We are about 40 to 44 tabs. Strands of just that one color was another one of our big sellers. So we're going to order those. We have here's another one that was a good color.
Yep.
Here's another that this mixed in with that other tab really made a nice skirt. So yeah, we're gonna get those up and running real soon. Hopefully in the next
Awesome.
few weeks. Yeah, I
Good
gotta
deal,
gotta
man.
get them going.
Oh,
Skirts are what
absolutely.
everybody's been asking for,
Yeah.
you know. So on that, Rob, it's great. Always great talking to you and John.
Yep.
But you guys are great, and I guess we'll just call it a night. Jeremy and everybody. Thanks for jumping in and watching.
Absolutely. And pleasure to have you on now. And I'm sure we'll be talking and seeing each other. And say
Oh yeah,
congrats on making you go. And I know we're going to see you hit some more goals next year.
oh yeah. We're gonna hit some goals. We're gonna be aggressive. Yeah, like I said, we wanted to break that 10,000 mark for the network. We did. Now, I'd like to break the 10,000 mark on the mobile app.
There
That's
you
one
go.
of my goals.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the mobile app hit, 2, 3,000 viewers a month.
Yeah.
I think the mobile app, you can even get the regular, if you don't have Roku and that, you can get it on your mobile app
Yep.
on iPad. So yeah, you can take the mobile app, get it up, take it, stick it on the dash,
Yep.
turn the volume up, and just listen to the live well. Listen to John and Rob. Listen to everybody else. Listen to the shows. You don't have to watch them. You can
Absolutely.
listen. They're podcasts. You can watch them. Yeah. See, you can watch the shows.
Yep.
You can listen
Got
to
it.
them as you're driving. Get the. That's what it is. I got this Bluetooth device. This is the first time I'm using it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the my headphones kind of broke.
Oh, yeah. Yep. They do that.
I have they're taped. I have to tape them
Oh,
together,
man.
so they just sit there now.
Yep.
You know.
But
But
I
anyway,
play. I can play mine through my truck. I plug it in and I play it through my truck system and it does great.
yeah, I have my 2009 has it. I have the XM radio, and
Yep.
it has the auxiliary input,
Yep.
and I'll do that. My iPad, I got an iPad stand in the truck because I used it for GPS,
Yep.
and that I'll just do that play it. I just pay attention to the road, but listen to it through the radio.
Yep. Good way to
Yeah,
do it.
it's great. All right, Rob.
All right, sir. You have a good evening. A pleasure to talk to you as always. And just keep on rocking and rolling. Keep on keeping on.
Hey, you guys do the same. Keep up the shows. You know, you guys put together a wonderful Monday night, women in fishing. I think it's probably one of the greatest podcasts out there. These women deserve the same respect and the same promotions as
Oh,
as
yeah.
the guys. I mean,
Absolutely.
I have yet to ever, and other than other sports, they say men can't compete against women, women can't compete against men, and it's understandable, football,
Yep.
baseball, different things. But I have yet, and if anybody sees it, please let Rob and John, us know. But if anybody ever sees a fish go, that's a woman, I'm not catching her lure. I have yet to ever see that happen. No woman, no man, women, men can stand next to each other on the front of a boat, fish.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Or you're too young or too old to be biting your lure.
yeah,
Never happened.
and
Never
that was
happened.
the other thing. Well, you can't let teenagers fish with adults. Why? Afraid they're going to show the adults up.
Yep.
That's the only thing that I say. The only part between men and women in bass fishing, older and young youth, and the older people, the only difference is the old stereotypes. I'm not getting on a boat with a woman and letting her beat me.
Yep.
Well, if that's your attitude, then you know what? Go fish the tournaments where you can fish by yourself.
Yeah.
You
Fish on
know,
the bank by yourself or something. Yeah.
yeah. We don't need that. It's
No.
2024, 2025.
Yep.
They have proven themselves beyond any measure that they are as capable of being part of this sport as we are.
Absolutely. I'm seeing more young ladies, high school and college age, on the BFLs and the Toyotas. So they're
You had
coming.
one on the show a few weeks ago.
Yep.
And when it comes to being ambassadors, they are fantastic.
Awesome.
They make
Yeah. They.
fantastic ambassadors. They're great people. But yeah, I don't see. I think the old stereotype is over, and I think you guys and the way you do your shows are showing that that is the case. There is no difference.
Yep.
It's all for one for all. I guess you might say.
Oh,
We're all
absolutely.
in
We're
this together.
absolutely well said, my friend.
But yeah, you guys should be praised and honored for what you do for them. You've really given them a spotlight. You've given them a platform that they can be you give them a level platform where they can just get out there and be themselves. Last night's show proved it. And the other shows and some of these people you bring on, I just love listening to them. They're
Oh,
fun
yeah.
to listen to.
And they're so thankful after the show. They're so thankful, and it's been a blessing. And we enjoy
It is.
all of them. Everyone we had on, we've had a blast, and they've had fun too. So that's even more important. So yeah, it's been a
Oh
blessing,
yeah.
my friend.
All right. Well, I guess we'll let the show go. It's Tuesday night. I'm gonna go catch my favorite TV show, which is Curse of Oak Island.
Oh, there you go. That's my wife's too. Oh, I got one quick funny for you. Every time we have a show and it goes like almost exactly an hour, John says, "Oh, we got an hour. Alvin's gonna be proud of us." He says that all the time.
Yeah, and we got his was an hour and 28 minutes.
No, it's all good, man. I enjoyed it, my friend. But we'll have you on again, and yeah, everybody tune in to TAAO, the app, and
Yeah,
look up any show you
everybody.
like. Got plenty to choose from. So again, thank you, Alvin, and have a good night, my friend.
All right, you take care, guys.
All
Everybody,
right,
take care. Thanks for watching.
all right. Thank you. Peace out, my friends. See you.